Welcome back to Emirates TV, and I'm your host today. My name is Uzo Gift, and I have with me.
Mr. Austin Ibode.
And
I'm not the okay.
Today we are going to be discussing on life in Asaba. How is life for us here in Asaba? Asaba indigenes, wherever you are, you're living in Asaba. How is life for you? I'm going to be discussing it with the people I have today with me on this show. So, just because we do not want to run out of time, let's just go in to what we have. So, sir, I would like to go with you first. How do you see life in Asaba? What can you tell about life in Asaba?
Okay, first of all, I've been in Asaba since 2008. So that's around 14, 15 or so, 60 years I've been in Asaba. So I've lived in Edo State. From then I moved down to Asaba, school in Auchi, school in Enugu, and then served in Kwara and those things now down Asaba. And I've been working ever since 2008. Actually, Asaba has developed. Let me start from there. When Asaba became the capital city, it was bush, it was a small village. Very small. Most of the areas we see here that are developed city, part of the city,
No-go
area, bush. But from then till now, Asaba has evolved. It has developed, and it's no more the village of those days. If people that were here before then, that left for maybe for Lagos or travel abroad, when they come now, they may miss their way. We are the here, so we may not understand what's going on in the city. But those that have left this city, coming back for those number of years, when they come, they'll be surprised to see what is there, what has happened in the city. So Asaba developed a lot. There are some other negatives which we are going to say, but let me start from these positives. It has developed a lot, and there are some beautiful sites in the city. The road networks. Somebody came from Calabar. You see us still. The road in Asaba, I can't understand. Everywhere is just roll like that. But we here, I say, what do you say? Well, this is Asaba road. We say everywhere. But you say somebody can miss it somewhere within the city. I say, no, what are you saying? The roads are just normal road that we are seeing. And some of them are like this, some of them have been broken. I say to him, everything is fine. Because he has not been to where it's coming from. So Asaba has really developed. And there are some beautiful structures, rising skyscrapers, some beautiful cities, and beautiful structures, big houses, plazas, hotels, schools, and actually hotels. Go to DBS Road, DBS Road, then Okpanam Road. Even Okpanam town itself is a massive development in that area. If you look at Okpanam and Asaba, if you are not an indigenous of the two cities, of villages, of the town, you won't know there's a difference. You just be driving, thinking you are in Asaba, whereas you have gone to another community. It's like almost a megapolitan city journey together. So Asaba has really made real progress. Yes, it's a good development actually.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So with this development, can we say that there are no social issues, sir? Are there no social issues? Is everything just perfect? Because let me come this way. Like we said that there are hotels, plazas, and beautiful houses and all. And yet people are still complaining of houses being expensive, number one. You see, they even say it's difficult to see houses in Asaba. So with this development thus far, are there no challenges in Asaba?
There must be a balance. For every good that happens, there's always a bad that happens. Then for every bad that happens, there's always a good to that bad. And that's why one man's food is another man's poison. Something good happens to you, it might mean bad to me. Something bad happens to me sometimes, it might mean good to you. Like one of my friends said one time, he said, sometimes when something bad happens for your side, now good thing for us. So
it's balanced.
So it was a bad thing for the person, and you want to go and tell the person directly that sometimes when something bad happens to you,
now good
thing for my side. So with the progress comes so many other things. Better houses, of which every better thing I'm waiting, money killer. So if you want better accommodation, better roads, better electricity, everything, you have to spend money. And then the more developed a city becomes, the more expensive the city becomes, because yes, the landlords are not the ones that tar the roads or make the city big or make the city something that people want to come and stay, but it's just an avenue to expand their own pockets. uh Because I know some houses that were built since 1997 in this Asaba, no renovation,
Yes,
no nothing,
yeah.
but house rent keeps increasing to
Mhm.
almost
Yeah.
to the same price
With the new houses.
with new houses. Yeah, so all those kind of things comes with the growth of the city, and then also social vices. The town is becoming bigger. You see people that just want to live in a big environment. They are doing some kind of evil things just to make the money to live in a big environment. All those things will come to town. You have a lot of your boys in Asaba. In fact, they are even part of the growth that Asaba is even having. Yes, let's be frank. There are some houses today, some real beautiful houses that when you see, you know, that this in this whole area, this is in finest house. It belongs to your boys. Yes. So with all those growth and all those things, we're not saying that genuine people don't have houses or have beautiful or nice houses in Asaba. They have, but with the growth, with the development, all those things come along with it. So it's part of the development. Yes. There are some crimes that will still be eliminated with that development. Like I think it's been a very long time I heard about court fights in Asaba.
That is
There
true.
was a
That is
time
true.
it
That
was
is true.
actually
There was a
severe.
time that was the order of the day. Secondary school, even matured men that are living normal life, they had their family because
Yes,
of
yes.
court rubbish things. So, but these days now, you don't hear before you hear anything in court. It's like that thing still dey rain for Asaba. People be like, they rain on just some two boys go home with themselves.
That's why Asaba is one of the most silent, quiet cities
cities.
in the states.
Progress, growth.
Okay, so
Those people have come to realize that this town is not cut out for those nonsense.
All
These
those
people, they
things.
want peace, they want quiet. They quietly moved to where they will have
another
opportunity to do those kind of things. But because of the quietness of the city, the kind of people that are in the city, they don't see opportunity to practice. So they just
okay,
that's how they see it.
okay, just like you said, these people when they come with those their the way they want to react to the environment, their like cultism and all of that, those vices that are not good. So would you say that it's because they want to live, that's why they just live, or there is because of the, should I say, the rule governing the state, Asaba to be precise?
Um, if you come to an environment where you have, let's say for instance, more of politicians, maybe to a large extent, government presence, and then the few individuals that have influence around, they want a quiet environment, they want peace, and everybody is doing his own part to create peace in the environment. You discover that those people that are bringing trouble, that are trouble naturally, that just have trouble in them, they on their own start living. They'll start living because major streets in this Asaba, majority of the areas, you see somebody that they'll say, that man, fear am, he get army, before you know, you don't call army, you don't call police.
Yeah.
You discover that those people that are maybe cultists, they will be wanting to stay away from those areas because before they start disturbing, they don't call police. 2 days, you don't go jail. Before he comes out, they have sent him back to jail again. And you see some people have the power to even hold somebody in jail.
Yes.
Even without trial, they will hold the person in jail.
Let him remain there.
He's disturbing the peace of the
Peace of the
environment.
city.
It's not right to, but they have the power. They know how to, deal with the police and the rest and do all those things. So when you have those kind of individuals in an area, it's called that people that are caught out for trouble, they just naturally start living, and that's what's happening to Asaba.
Okay.
That's what's happening to Asaba.
Okay. So with what we have happening around us, if probably we see the individuals in the states together, Can you guess what their conversations would be like? What do you think would be, let me use the word, trending conversations between the citizens in Asaba?
Okay, that means what Asaba people that are here now,
Yes.
both indigenous and non-indigenous, what will be their
And
conversations?
those that are living here, what do you think will be their major discussions when you see them gather as youths, parents, children too? You know, children can talk.
Okay, actually, now in Asaba, in Delta State right now, the major issue is insecurity. You see of kidnapping in many communities in the city or in Okpanam area, in Ibuzo, in Abavo, in Isoluku, in East Asaba, in Ambraka area.
Even in Owashi one time.
Yes, Owashi was very, even Opuluku, kidnapping in those places. But in Asaba, it's rare. We rarely hear of things like this. So people in Asaba, they are happy. Yes, they are happy that Asaba city is quiet. Even there are some people that will come at and say Asaba is not like, let me not say, it's like worry. It's not like some other city, really, where you see boys will come up and you see trouble with busters. No, really, let me not talk about that for now. But let's go back Asaba where we are. So Asaba, people sitting down discussing. One of the major things they will say Asaba is quiet. Asaba is peaceful. Asaba is love. Non-indigenous come and nobody harasses them.
Yes.
Yes. Nobody asks a question, where are you from? Where are you from? Asaba is an Igbo speaking place, okay?
Yes.
But you rarely see people speaking that Igbo language. Yes. Most times it's English they speak. Yes. Everybody of Asaba is English. So it's like here it's like almost like Lagos. Where they say it's a place for every no man's land. Like Asaba is like a no man's land. Everybody is here.
You are free to do your thing.
You are free to live your life, build your house, set up your business, and nobody harasses saying you are not eating of Asaba. So why do it? It is not so. The only difference is that the major indigenous of Asaba, they have a place, area where they live. Actually, there are some zones where they live in the city. I don't know how they call the name, but yes, we understand that where they live. Most of those houses, they are not fenced. As we see them, they are free houses. But the non-indigenous majorly live in fenced areas. Those
because they are just coming in.
They are coming, so they are not indigenous of the area. That is just the difference. If not, everybody is like one in the city of Asaba. As far as the way I've seen the place.
So if one or two persons are gathered together, you could say that they are happily discussing. They are happily discussing. So do you agree with that?
Now, sorry, let me come before you go there. Apart from the fact of security in Asaba, the major problem in Asaba, people discuss is house rent. Yes.
Okay.
We must not forget that matter.
Okay.
That's the biggest trouble in Asaba is house rent. Houses are so expensive. Landlords, house agents, they are exploiting people looking for houses to rent. That is the biggest trouble in this city. If not that one, to be frank with you, there's no problem in Asaba. House rent and cost of buying food.
Oh, it's everywhere now.
It's not everywhere. To me, if you go out, go to joints and meet people, discover that Asaba actually has a problem, a very quiet problem. The problem is money problem. Nobody wants to look poor or to really be like, let me broke pass.
That is true.
But if you really go into the details of all these things, Asaba has a very huge problem. House rent, cost of goods in the market, not just food. There's something I bought. I went to ask the price from in Asaba, in Kome, to be precise, Kome. It's one small electronic gadget. I got it for 18,000. That was the price they gave me. But I made call to Onitsha for that same thing. I bought it 6,500.
18,000. That is a difference.
Onitsha is just a stone throw from Asaba.
Are we the one actually doing ourselves?
So we're the ones actually doing ourselves. So when I say the cost of goods is not just food. Everything Asaba is expensive. I was talking with a friend some time ago, and then he moved from Asaba to Port Harcourt, and then when we were discussing, he was like, "That you come Port Harcourt too?" I said, "Come do waiting." He said, "Asaba cost past Port Harcourt." I said, "No lie." I didn't know what you are saying. Port Harcourt, Asaba. He said, "Asaba cost past Port Harcourt." So Asaba is expensive. Then another problem that Asaba has that I know is a point of discussion for people. If you go to all these joints around town, it's Yahoo boys. Then another problem that we still have, we don't discuss it anymore like that, like it's not a loud discussion, we are taking it as part of us, is rate of prostitution in Asaba. Then another problem we have in Asaba is a problem, but just as maybe should I say people have money or they see money to just spend, or maybe they don't see money to, they just want to avoid problems, because I come to discover that people don't like problems, they don't want wahala. Is the problem of police disturbing young is almost general in the whole of Nigeria, but I think Delta State own is unique, is worse. Police just see you, maybe you drive a nice car or you dress nice, they don't want to care whether you're a Yahoo boy, you are a criminal, or you are a well-meaning individual, or you are struggling, or you are hustling. They just want you to pay. They don't want to know. They only just settle or gas settle. No, they talk too much. Settle. The next thing, where are you working? I beg this. That. They just want to harass you just so you pay. And then many people, even with their honest living, they just pay this money. They just make all this sacrifice because they don't want to spend time having problems. Asaba is a place where you can just sleep and then you have appointment by 8. You leave your house by 8. You get there by 8. That's Asaba. Yes, you have appointment by 8. You leave your house by 8 o'clock. You still get there by 8 o'clock. We don't have all those time to waste, and then you now say because of police that are dragging you for 1,000 or 2,000 naira, you now come and still waste your time. No, you just give them and go. But it's a problem, a quiet problem. You should sit among the young ones, the younger generation. It's what they discuss about prostitution, Yahoo, even kidnapping is another silent issue. Yes, we don't hear so many issues of kidnapping because some people have come to discover that if they can kidnap some big politicians and then those people end up paying heavily, who am I to come and start making noise that they kidnap me? They will just, because they have the money or they are able to source the money, they will make the payment and then come out and continue their life. But it's still happening in Asaba. People are still being kidnapped in this Asaba. Inside this small Asaba, people are still being kidnapped. They pay the ransom and they go and they release them. And you will not hear any issue because they did not kill the person. The person paid the money and did not kill the person. So to an extent, there's money in Asaba, but the town is making the people spend a lot. Spend a lot
in the city.
And the people here, they like peace. They just don't want trouble.
That is one big advantage of Asaba. The place people are peace-loving people. Peace-loving people. But the issue you raise are very genuine. Prostitution.
On the high side,
we are overlooking it.
Yes.
That is eating deep into
on the high side.
Seriously.
Do you think there are ways that this thing can be curtailed? You know, some of these things are also other.
To an extent, they cannot be curtailed. It cannot be curtailed because let's be true to ourselves. There's no job in Asaba apart from hotel works, fast food joints. So
Plaza works.
Even plaza, how many plazas do we have? How many plazas are functioning? Some of those plazas, they are just maybe the owners are genuine, but the people that rent those shops, they just rent it so that to be like, okay, I have something doing, of which maybe they don't even really make their living from that shop. Maybe they are into one cyber, one thing or the other. They just use that as a front. So, and some are even top governments or top politicians or some people that have some connection with government that are siphoning money from our government, but they don't want people to say
use that one as where they're making their money
from. They'll say, this is my shop. But that's not actually they make money from. That is just where they say if they say ask them where do you work, that's my shop. But it's government contract that they are pursuing that they collect money, they not do the contract.
I will agree with you because you see some shop, you hear how much rent they pay for that shop.
And then there's nothing they are selling.
I wonder what are they making from that place?
Sometimes you see what they are selling. What they are selling is not something that is moving market. It's not moving.
And they pay rent for
it. They pay rent every year.
They pay staff. So where are they actually
So it's
getting
just
those
a
plenty
front.
money from?
It's just a front. So say, okay, this is where I'm working. This is what I'm doing.
So
That's how Asaba is.
with all this now we've said, will you advise someone to live in Asaba?
Yes.
We are going to live in Asaba.
Yes.
We are here. We are here. So I thought we can live here. You can
It's
live
not
here.
about me being here. Asaba is an advanced city. It's a big city actually. Forget the fact that okay, you can walk around Asaba in the whole day and then go home and still rest. Tomorrow you wake up as
And continue life again.
But Asaba is a quiet place. You don't have to stress yourself to meet up with appointments. Yes, there's no job. You can work somewhere else and then you can come here to have your peace of mind. Asaba is a good place to stay.
So this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for today. Probably you're not living in Asaba and you want to come and join us. Just come so that you can still have something to say about how life is in Asaba. Probably you're living in Asaba and you still have some nuggets to share with us. The comment section is there for you. Just drop it in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Emerald's TV. Thank you.
This job is